Well, like a lot of my fellow musicians, we had music in the family, but never a lot of vocal classical music. My mother is a hobbyist pianist. She loves the piano, but both my parents never wanted to force me into music. So I would play on the piano just kind of for fun, but until I asked for piano lessons, they didn't push the subject. So when I was 9, that's kind of when music exploded in my life, and I joined a choir and I started taking private piano lessons. And then when I was 15, I started taking private voice lessons, and my teacher knew that I was more interested in pop music and jazz, but she would slide in the occasional operatic aria. I remember trying to sing through Olympia's aria from The Tales of Hoffmann and bringing it home and being like, "Mom, this is hard. I can't do trills." And she's like, "Brenda, most 15-year-olds aren't thinking about trills. So the fact that you're even thinking about trills, don't worry, just keep working." And then when I went to college for music, that's when the real opera bug hit me. I was assigned a scene from Bellini's opera La Sonnambula, and I just totally fell in love, and I said, if I can sing bel canto opera, then I want to focus on opera. And so I still love listening and singing jazz and kind of folk rock music when I can, just for fun, but I'm definitely focused on this classical music now. So I'm going to preface this answer with, I love Germany. I loved living in Germany. I really did, and I love the people there. They're very, very near and dear to my heart. But some things that I wasn't prepared for was queuing, getting in line for things. That's a funny thing, but it's like kill or be killed in the line. If you show any weakness, someone will go in front of you. It's like if you haven't noticed that the line has moved forward, and then you look back and there are 2 other people in front of me now. How did this happen? And you'll talk to any other expats who live in Germany, and they'll say the same thing. It's just something that the Germans do. It's charming. And musically, I don't know if I kind of went in not knowing how it would be. When I was at Juilliard, learning roles, you really had to learn them on your own. And so I would come to coachings, I would come to rehearsals saying, oh yeah, no, I learned this role by myself. And then at the Opera House, since I was an ensemble member at Frankfurt, they would give me coachings for the next opera that I'd be doing way before I was prepared to go into a coaching, because I was used to going into coachings and working out like the fine-tuning of musical ideas. But they want to help prepare the role. They really want to help you learn it. And I said, well, this is strange, but that's because there's so much music going on so fast. They know that, no, we'll just help you learn it. And so I had to get used to that idea too, like going in not being perfect already, which is kind of nice if you let it go. Well, I tried to approach music kind of in the same way, telling a story, reaching the audience, making them feel something. So really there isn't much difference between recitals versus operas in that way, but obviously on the recital stage you're a little more restrained. You don't have costumes, you don't really move around much. You have your little area by the piano, so you have to focus even more on the words and the storytelling through that, and the colors in your voice. It's a lot more intimate. It's just I love the opportunity to stretch myself in those different ways, but also to find the similarities and say, well, this worked on the opera stage, will it work on the recital stage? And most of the time it does, because it's music and we touch people's hearts through music. Roles coming up, well, all of them really. I love every role I do, but I'm especially excited to sing my very first Adina. I usually die on stage, so I'm excited to not die this time around. And yeah, she's just preparing the role has been really fun, just because she's so intelligent and also she's got a good heart. But you know, I like that character, and it'll be fun to try her on for size. And then the role after that will be my Met debut and a role debut. That's very exciting, singing alongside Joyce DiDonato, and like the cast is ridiculous. So and the conductor and the director. Everything about that production should be pretty amazing. So that is, the role is Poppaea in Handel's Agrippina. Very excited. And then another role at the end, another feisty, kind of vocally crazy role is Aminta in Die Schweigsame Frau. And I've sung that role quite a bit, and I'm very excited to return to it. There is a mist over this lake. It shrouds the and the sands as it is wrapped over the hills like a strong veil. It blurs the patterns that the pine trees make, less woven over the sky. And so you cannot pierce it. As I look at you, you seem no more than a brightly cloudy glass sphere. Little birds, your chirring is done. A cowbell clanking in the woods as the muffled music of minor thirds. Mist, you even my longing is choked with unrest. I can find no song for